friends, it's Kelly, and I'm back with the Collection Obsession Challenge. I'm actually a couple of weeks behind because Christmas and busy and all those reasons. But I didn't want to just not do it this month because I don't like to do that. If I say I want to do something, I want to do it. But even if it's a little bit late, I'm still going to try and get it done. So what I'm going to use is this Holiday Wishes collection and some other 49 and Market things that I have in my kind of my Christmas stash right here. As you can see, I have lots of ephemera, and that's not all. I still have all of this over here. I'm like surrounded by 49 and Market products on all sides, and a little Cocoa Vanilla Studio. So this is what I plan on using for the rest of this month for my Christmas layouts, things that we've already done so far. Today is the 21st, so I still have a few days before Christmas, but we've done activities and things up until now that are Christmassy. So I'm going to use up, I've bought almost every color of these film strips, but I pulled the blue, well, it's actually called Mariner. I pulled Fern, and I pulled some of the Salsa to use because they're Christmas colors and they match this collection. I've already actually done one layout with this collection a while back when I first got it, but I said before back up. I recently subscribed to a new kit club called My Creative Scrapbook, and I get the limited edition kit. So they sent me this whole collection plus a few things, and I already had the whole collection. So that kind of made my decision for me what collection I would be using for this month, because I have so much of this, I need to get some of it used up, and so it doesn't just sit in my stash forever and ever. So I want to get some of it used. So like I said, I have all the ephemera. I actually have 2 packs of the laser cuts, which I've already taken the time to take out one of the sets, and I put them in my handy dandy Dollar Tree organizer dish. I also pulled out some of the rub-ons in Mariner and Salsa, and I have lots of flowers from this collection. I also have the, what is this, 6x8 paper pad, and I think that is about it. I think. I do have lots of flowers because My Creative Scrapbook always sends 3 packs of flowers, and I'll pull those in. Where are they? They're right here. Like literally, y'all, my desk it's kind of stressing me out. I have so much stuff laying around here, but this is not My Creative Scrapbook. These are just ones I got at Hobby Lobby. Some holly berries, which I thought were pretty. I got these that are glittery. These are the ones that came from My Creative Scrapbook. And I have, some of these are from last month's kit, and some of these are from this month's kit. I don't know, I can't keep track anymore. Like I said, I'm a little overwhelmed with all the Christmas stuff that I have around me right now. I have poinsettias, I have more holly, and yeah, so of course I will not probably get all of this used this year, but I'm gonna try and get a dent in it anyway. So I will be creating a layout to go along with this intro, and I'm going to try to get 2 layouts done for this week and then 2 layouts for next week. That way I will have made 4 layouts with my collection this month, and I feel a little bit better about keeping my commitments. So although they will be late. Also, be sure to go check out all the other ladies who are actually on time and have already had their videos going for the whole month of December. So yeah, I will leave everybody's link in the description box below. I appreciate you watching, and right after this, I will have a process video with a voiceover. So stay tuned for just a couple of seconds. So my first step was I had planned on doing some mixed media on here, so I just added some clear gesso to the background, which just helps. If you use wet medium, it just helps it from seeping through the pages, and it helps the color take better. But it ended up, I probably didn't need to use it because I used this Heidi Swap metallic texture paste in gold, and after I did this, I thought, this is so pretty. This blue and the gold together are just stunning, gorgeous. It's even prettier in person. But I really didn't need the gesso after all, because I really didn't use anything that was particularly wet. So yeah. So I'm just trimming my two photos here of my grandkids. This is like a little Christmas photo shoot they did in November. And they're sitting in the back of their old Ford truck drinking hot cocoa. And they're just too cute. So of course I had to scrapbook these photos. And so while I'm letting that texture paste dry, and it actually takes a little bit for it to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and start playing with these photos. And all I'm doing here is just adding layers and layers of matte to the back of these photos, just to give them some interest and texture. And once I start, it becomes more when I distress the edges of the paper. I love that look. It just adds a lot of interest to the layout, and it helps draw. To me, it helps draw the focus in more to the photos. And just using a lot of the ephemera pieces, as you can see, scattered all around my desk. Just adding more layers to the photos, using some of those ephemera frames and some of the mats. And so I cut this frame in half, and I'm going to add that to the bottom of that photo cluster, and then I'm going to add the other half to this side, just to give it I want them to not be matchy-matchy, but I also want them to have some of the same repeating elements. It just kind of helps your layout to have more of a cohesive look, in my opinion. So I went ahead and trimmed down about 1/4 inch on two sides, actually a 1/2 inch. I say that every time, and I mean a 1/2 inch on two sides, so that I have about a 1/4 inch margin all the way around, just kind of framing that page. And then because there is gesso and a little bit of media on here, I burnished it with my burnishing tool. I don't know what you call that flat tool, but yeah, it's just to make sure it adhered really well to the background. So I cut one of the ephemera pieces in half, this wreath, and added it on either side, the top of one of the photos and the bottom corner of the other. And I'm just going to go ahead and commit and add these two photos down to the page. And I'm going to add a little bit of foam. It's actually adhesive on two sides, but I like to add a little bit of glue because I don't trust the glue on the back of these, just to make sure it never goes anywhere. So now I'm just playing with some of these ephemera pieces, and I'm going to start embellishing the page. And I really love these snowy trees, although we live in West Texas, and this day it was actually warm and sunny outside. Well, that might not be true. I think we did have a little cold snap, and I remember my daughter saying it was cold out there. So sorry, it wasn't sunny that day, but it was early in the morning, and it was a little chilly, but it was not snowy by any means. So I love these round circular tags that have like sentiments on them, and I thought that was perfect for a title and just a little embellishment. Also love these twine bows that come in this on the laser cut embellishments in this 49 and Market collection. And so added that to the top, and of course I'm going to add some florals. I'm going to tuck those in and around some of my in and around my clusters. Lots of greenery, and I love the laser cuts because they don't have a white border, whereas the ephemera does have a white border, which really doesn't bother me, because I know a lot of people will go ahead and just trim those out and get the white border off, but it really doesn't bother me, and it actually, to me, it gives a little bit of contrast and a pop to the layout just because of the stark contrast. So I don't mind the white border so much, but I do love the laser cuts just for the fact that they don't have that. So you have an option either way. So I hope everybody is staying warm. It is super cold here in Texas. I know a lot of people have lost power around us, but we're blessed so far that our power has held up, and just praying that continues. And I know there's lots of people across the country that have snow and have blizzard effects. It's actually causing my son lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it is like below zero there, and they had snow, and they were planning on traveling today to come for Christmas, which today is the 23rd, and they're probably not going to be able to make it, which really kind of makes me sad, but I'd rather them be safe and they can come later in the year. But yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people, I've seen the news and how flights are delayed, and it's just yucky out there right now. But some people might get a white Christmas. Some people love it and some people hate it. As long as I don't have to drive in it, I'm fine. So I have these Cocoa Vanilla Studio hearts, and I had like 5 of them left from probably a couple of years ago's Christmas collection from them. But I'm just trying to get some of those things used up that have been sitting in my stash for a while. So I'm getting them used up on the small ones on this layout. I have some that are a little bit bigger, and just to add a little more dimension, I'm adding another layer of tree behind the big tree. You can see it poking out back there, and then just adding some more florals. And I found this season's greetings little word strip, and I'm adding that to the bottom. And more of these smaller poinsettias, I'm just adding those to add a little more layer and a little more texture and color to my photo clusters there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.